Saturday, February the 12th, will be the date remembered within the GHA as the day of the big move towards the big change. A total of 106 patients and the final pieces of equipment were transferred from the centuries-old hospital to a state-of-the-art 21st century facility at Europort. The military-style operation that had been meticulously planned began very early in the morning, calling upon all the resources of the GHA and the essential services. Spearheading this operation, and indeed the whole of the change, was the GHA's Director of Operations, Joe Catania.
Initially, we contracted the services of Cyril Sweets, which are migration specialists in the UK, a large UK firm which is accustomed to migrating large hospitals in the UK. So they built the original skeleton, if you want to call it, of a migration plan. Subsequent to that, we've had all GHA staff and local agencies meeting to build on that and build in a detailed migration plan. So we've involved the services of the police, the St John's Ambulance, we've also involved Gibraltar Regiment, who's going to be assisting on the day, and it's all planned down to the last minute.
The planning paid off, and by 3:05 that afternoon, earlier than expected, all the patients were safely settled in their new hospital. News of the new hospital first came to light in the year 2000, forming part of the GSD manifesto. A much-needed new hospital was to be built in the vacant Europort buildings. The planning machinery got underway that same year.
The whole process began approximately 4 years ago when we engaged a team of specialists to conduct a feasibility study into buildings 1 to 4 in Europort to see whether the buildings were adequate for conversion into Gibraltar's new District General Hospital.
So obviously there must have been a lot of interaction between yourselves and designing teams and staff as well.
There was. We had, following the report, which spoke very favourably about the buildings and about the ability of conversion, we signed an agreement for purchase of the building and subsequently appointed the design team that was going to take the process forward. The first stages of the project was to engage users in order for them to assist the designers in the actual design of the place. So we invited staff from the different specialties and also voluntary groups to participate during an 18-month process of consultation.
So 18 months is not really a long time if you think about it, because it's a mammoth task. It's a very big budget, and obviously you're also talking of a major conversion.
Yeah.
How many feet are we talking, or meters are we talking about here?
We are increasing our floor space here threefold. We are moving from the old St Bernard's, which is just under 10,000 square meters, to 30,000 square meters here.
Now, the budgeting side of it is another aspect which you've been taking care of. How have you managed to be able to keep everybody happy?
We have had the project cost is approximately 55 million. We have had different people within the organization controlling different budgets. For example, my deputy has been in charge of controlling the equipment budget. We've spent just under 5 million on brand new equipment. I would say that close on 80% of all the equipment in this hospital is brand new. The remainder of the budget has been taken up by design fees, design team fees, contract fees, and we hold monthly meetings with our design team and our QSs to keep tabs on the contract costs. £55 million later, and a brand new hospital,
ready to serve a community of just 30,000 people. But when all is said and done, can one expect an improvement in the service? After all, a building does not make a hospital.
As you say, the building doesn't provide the care. The care is provided by very talented people. My experience since I've come here is that the people we have providing care here are very competent, they're very well educated, and what we need is to bring about some new systems, some new changes in protocols in order to bring about an even greater quality of care. We've had a healthcare development team here which has compared Gibraltar with the UK and has found some shortcomings when we compare ourselves with the UK. My goal is not only to bring us past the UK standard, but to match us with some other international standards that are significantly beyond the UK. Now, when I talk to staff, we can get there. They know that we can do it, and we have every intention of doing that. So we'll be able to hold our heads very high in the future and compare ourselves very favorably, not only with the Gibraltar health system of the past, but with health systems in the UK and elsewhere. So the amount of pride, the amount of dedication of our staff is absolutely amazing. All we need to do is to be able to release that effort into the systems, protocols, and processes that we need to implement. There's great eagerness among the management team as well to get on with that implementation.
Obviously you need tools now, and human resources is part of the tools that you're going to have here. What kind of improvement will we see in that, insofar as staffing is concerned?
Well, when we look at, you talk about tools, the tools that we need to bring about the level of change. First thing we need to do is we need to provide people with the support that they need. We need to have regular performance appraisals, for example. We need to improve our absence management. We need to improve the quality of leadership that we have by providing new and additional educational opportunities for the leaders in the organization. So that's from a human resource side. We need to ensure that we have the funding that we need in order to provide the additional services, etc. And we have every indication from the government that that will be forthcoming. We need to measure what we are doing and to continuously improve what we're doing against those measurements. And so one of the major things we have to do is put in the systems of accountability, responsibility, and measurement so we can monitor and evaluate how we're doing on a week-by-week, on a month-by-month, and a year-by-year basis. And so it's the latter part that we have the greatest amount of work to do. We've got the bright people, we've got now the beautiful building, and it's the management systems that we need to put in place that will bring us forward to where we know we can go.
Aside from the very obvious structural change and the acquisition of advanced new equipment, the first and also very obvious change a visitor will note at the entrance to the hospital is the way in which you are received. Gone are the days of the small, dingy entrance, serving both as a general public entrance and emergency and ambulance entry points. This fresh, modern reception will be manned by 2 receptionists from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Front of house for all queries, directions, and location of patients. Aided by a modern computer system, the receptionists will be able to advise you where to find the patient you're looking for.
Good morning, St. Bernard's Hospital. Just a moment, please.
St. Bernard's Hospital, can I help you? I'll transfer you to records. Just a second, please.
All calls to the GHA departments will be routed through a separate communication centre, manned by a dedicated receptionist. It is also planned for these receptionists to take spillover calls from the health centre and would also be able to access the appointment system, thus reducing the queue of calls. As can be seen, smart new uniforms have been issued, adding a fresh, new and welcome change. Hospital attendants will be taking over the reception duties between 8 p.m. and 9 a.m. and on weekends. Accidents and Emergencies is located on the ground floor in Zone 1, affording access from both the reception area for those on foot and through the rear podium for the exclusive use of the ambulance.
This is our new A&E department. We are supposed to deal with emergencies. As you can see, you know, it's a huge difference from where we were, and the improvement is obvious. I'm just gonna go through what we are dealing with in probably our everyday cases. First, I'm gonna explain probably the best thing will be going through a major emergency and then dividing into probably major cases and minor cases. To divide that, we apply a triage system. Obviously, all our staff are very familiar with it. We apply the Manchester triage system. Just for the general public to know what a triage or what the word triage means, it's a French word. It's coming from the Napoleonic Wars. There was a military doctor that then he thought, who attend first? That's what triage means. Who we attend first. Obviously, in the case of extreme emergency, normally they usually come by ambulance. And then we have a system implemented in which the ambulance rings us, and then there is a standby team. What we consider a major emergency is any life-threatening or even a limb-threatening condition. I mean, that can be due to accident, to an acute medical condition. So we got all worked out, and it's all within our protocol and policies for the ambulance to call us. So what happens is the ambulance calls us and we are on standby. There is a major emergency. They are supposed to come that way, and they come straight into our resource room. Our resource room obviously is very well equipped. We got the most modern equipment to deal with this emergency, and obviously the whole process of a standby call will be put into place. That means we have to call the other colleagues, probably the intensivist and so on, depending on the emergency. So that's the extreme emergency. They go straight to resource. Occasionally, sometimes we can have people coming through the front door, being brought by relatives or even by themselves, that we have to put them in resource. That's why we apply the triage. The nursing staff and all of us, is our specialty, and it's our commitment to know even that a walking man can be an extreme emergency. So we put them into resource. That will be the stream. Obviously, people coming from one side straight to the resource room because their life, a limb, or the condition in general is in danger, an extreme danger, and we have to act very quickly. Then in every A&E department, we have the division within minor injuries and major injuries or major illnesses. So that's the way this department is being designed. As any department, I'm more familiar with the UK system. I know that our neighbors in Spain, the system is a bit different, although they apply the same principles. But in any A&E in the UK, you are going to find that the division is like in this place. We got a major area and a minor area, or major accident, major illnesses, minor accidents, minor illnesses area.
So what's in this suite at the moment?
We are now in our main major area. That is obviously all the public are familiar with the old St. Bernard Hospital. This is a huge improvement, all right? You can see that we got here 3 different cubicles to treat our major conditions or major patients. All the cubicles are fully equipped to attend these problems. As you can see, we are emphasizing into the privacy, something that we didn't have probably in the old St. Bernard's unit. All of them are curtained. There is a wall there, and I think privacy is a paramount.
Yeah.
I think.
And you have 2 extra clinics or examining rooms, have you not?
We got, this is designed to have, is like in theory 5 major cubicles. 3 of them are equipped with trolleys. 2 of them are equipped with beds. And
these are standard beds that are ward beds?
Exactly, they are ward beds because our idea is, in this major area we're going to have people receiving treatment, and we got 2 observation beds. That's the reason why we have 2 beds that we can use to observe patients, or even they are waiting for beds or to placement somewhere else, so we can keep them there comfortable, and then we can we can treat them accordingly as
Yeah.
well.
The other side of the A&E is the day-to-day treatment room, which is
We call it minor injury unit.
Minor
I mean, we wanted to have that name, and it's on the other wing. I mean, just for everybody to know, we are now in the major area with our resource room there on all our major accident cubicles, and then our minor injury unit, will be on that side of the
so the
department.
ambulance will drive straight to your door, basically now.
Every patient being brought by ambulance is going to be assessed there by a nurse.
And then the on-foot A&E patients, shall we say, they are treated and received at the triage station or the nursing station.
Exactly. They everyone that is searching or coming, like for A&E attention and coming, like walking, they will go into our reception area. They will get booked in, and then they will be assessed by our triage.
And then they will be seen either in one of the minor treatment rooms or in the private doctor's room.
Exactly.
This is a new thing as well. You now, as a doctor, have a private room in which you see your A&E patients.
Exactly. I mean, as I said, like, I think I cannot emphasize how important, in my experience as an emergency medicine doctor, privacy is. And now we got all the facilities, like we have a private doctor's office, doctor consultation room, I will call it, because we got, like, we got it fully equipped to do, like, our examination, even if for a minor injury or for a minor illness or acute minor illness. And it's all, like, private, like, with the door and
there's more privacy. Also, you have a treatment room for children, which is an innovation in itself, isn't it?
Exactly. I mean, that's something that I involved myself when I was asked what the design should be, and for me, obviously, if you remember or you have the picture of the old St. Bernard, sometimes children, like, we have to bring them in, and they have to probably witness something that we didn't want to. And now the children are going to be at the end. At the beginning or at the entrance, they will have a special room for them. It will be, like, private room. It will be, like, decorated, like, with children's themes, and it will be fully equipped, like, to do more specific pediatric examination. In our resource room, we'll have a bay fully dedicated to children, just in case, unfortunately, like, we have an unfortunate case of a critical.
What about private clinics, in case you need to see people privately for, obviously, attack cases or rape cases or whatever?
We have that facility at the end of the corridor as well. It's a locked-in room in which, like, we can see all the gynecological cases. Not, I mean, but it's in case, like, we need extreme privacy. We have an allocated room in which we can perform, like, all kind of examination, and it's fully private.
So, Doctor, how would you classify your new A&E department?
This is obviously, is all the units that I've been. This is probably, like, as best as I could think. It's well designed, it's well equipped. Obviously, it's a huge difference for us. It's we are very, very positive. We are trying to put all our effort in a line to make it to work. Obviously, we got now the facilities. They are probably, as I said before, I don't think, anywhere in the world, you're going to find a better place than this.
We now move to the radiology department, which is located on the ground floor in Zone 2, and the new CT scan suite located in Zone 1.
We're here in the radiology department. This is the ultrasound suite. It's one of our new modalities. It's a great innovation. We've got 3 new major innovations within the radiology department. This is a Philips Brilliance 6-slice multi-scanner. It does a wide range of investigations. In fact, it does high-resolution lung scanners for query pulmonary embolisms. This type of investigations had to be done in Malaga, so we will be able to do them here in GIB now. Plus, obviously, the rest of the scans for different pathologies.
Who will be manning this equipment?
This, obviously, it's performed by radiographers. We've got one of the radiographers who's qualified. He's done his postgraduate certificate in Bangor. And obviously we'll be training the other radiographers on board as well. Obviously radiologists are the people to diagnose. And in fact, by law, they are the justifiers of these type of investigations, bearing in mind that it's a very high dose investigation. It is a great asset, but obviously has to be clinically justified under strict procedures and protocols.
The other equipment that is now available in the new suite here is all brand new. What is it that we have now?
Well, we have mammography, which we will be doing in due course. We are recruiting for radiographers suitably trained in mammography. We've got, well, for me, one of the greatest innovations, and that's that we are becoming shortly filmless. We're on the process. All the equipment is digital, and we'll just print some of the X-rays, as we go along, developing the information system and having monitors in all the clinics. We have the PACS, which we call is a picture archiving system, where all the images are digitally stored. We won't have to go and look for films here and there, and for doctors to wait while the patients are sitting there. And eventually everybody will have access to this picture archiving system. Another facility with this kind of system is that we can expand and have teleradiology, send our images online to various centres, either in Spain, England, and ask expert opinion on the investigations like CT or mammography or even fluoroscopy, whatever. And
is the fluoroscopy unit a new one as well?
Yes, all our equipment is new, most of it actually, but the vast majority is new. All the rooms, we've got 3 general diagnostic rooms, 2 are fluoroscopies, which is, in other words, screening rooms where we do such examinations as, barium meals and enemas. They're all very versatile, so we can make, use of the 3 rooms, where we could do general work in the 3 of them. So yes, we're very pleased. We've got our ultrasound machine, plus a new one which will be based for the sonographers in the maternity department, but which will come under the radiology sonographer department.
Zone 1 on the ground floor also houses the very much enhanced mortuary facilities, offering a high level of privacy and comfort for the mourners.
Right now we're in the mortuary area. Mortuary comprises of 4 viewing rooms and 2 reflection rooms. The reflection rooms are going to be used by the family for some privacy and for the funeral directors. The actual bereaved families and relatives will have 6 reclinable chairs, so as they normally do stay the night, so have to make it comfortable for them to stay. It also has 2 toilet facilities, one for disabled, one normal, and a shower facilities for all the relatives who stay the night so they can shower. It also have a kitchen area, some tea, coffee, and some public phones. It's quite huge, and so we're trying to make it as comfortable as we possibly can for the families and friends.
The physiotherapy and hydrotherapy units, as well as the occupational therapy and cardiac rehabilitation units, coloured in grey and blue respectively in this plan, are also to be found on the ground floor, Zone 3.
We're currently at the rehabilitation unit of the new hospital, which comprises behind me it's hydrotherapy, to my left physiotherapy department, occupational therapy and cardiac rehab, And as we came in, we passed speech and language therapy and nutrition and dietetics. So that comprises 6 departments within this area.
And what is the main feature of this department now?
The emphasis now is on team working. We're all on site, so we're all able to integrate much more closely. We're using shared facilities so that the rehab gym has now become, we've got 2 more of a physical gym and a light workshop area. So there are two areas. Cardiac rehab has also moved to the physical gym. So there's a lot of scheduling of services now.
And obviously the added facility that you have now of the hydro pool just behind us.
Yes, the hydrotherapy pool is obviously our flagship, a new service for the Gibraltar Health Authority.
And where do you see this being used most?
The hydrotherapy can be used for all manner of treatments and patients, whether they are people recovering from illnesses following surgery, even neurological illness. Children with special needs could also use this facility.
Is there anything else aside from the pool that you would say is a striking improvement to what you had before?
Within the area of occupational therapy, I think probably has shown the greatest improvement because there wasn't an occupational therapy facility as such within the hospital. So we have a light workshop gym, we have independent living resource room, IT, so that'll cater for a lot, a side of rehabilitation which we haven't been able to do either.
Insofar as staffing is concerned, has there been any change there?
Currently, no. We anticipate that there should be a fair increase, but at this moment in time, we have come down with the staffing resources that we had at the old hospital.
And what about training for your staff? Is that the
training? We've been involved in, obviously in the hydrotherapy. We attended a 3-day hydrotherapy course here on site a couple of weeks ago, and that was very successful. And different members of staff have attended training sessions in the UK, neurology courses, and nutrition and dietetics have also attended a course in England.
So during the course of the year, how many people would make use of these facilities, do you think?
It's hard to put an estimate, really, because we haven't, worked within a joint facility before. I couldn't really say at this point what the exact use is going to be. But obviously, there are 6 departments, a potential of 20 therapists, which is our current staff. So it is going to be a very, very busy place.
And obviously, with this new atmosphere that you have here, how have the staff taken to it?
Thrilled. Everybody's really thrilled. I mean, we have there's a larger space, office space, which we didn't have before, and treatment rooms larger, the cubicles, a gym. So everything that we have on site is obviously a lot bigger than we had at St. Bernard's.
The plan from here, first and the principal task that we've taken on board is getting the new hospital open. We've got some changes in protocols and policies that are going in along with the opening of the new hospital. Following that, we'll develop our 5-year strategic plan. And once we have that plan in place, we'll set about the implementation of that. That strategic plan will no doubt incorporate some of the things I've just talked about in terms of moving us from where we are now up, passing the UK in terms of quality of care, and on towards some of the very sophisticated care systems that we see in different parts of the world, in Sweden or in the UK, in Sweden or in Australia, New Zealand, certain parts of the US, even some of the areas in Canada as well. So we'll be able to take our experience and bring about the changes that are needed and really catapult us beyond what people expect of the UK.
In the next episode, we shall be visiting the impressive intensive care unit, outpatients and wards.